What would be so engaging that it would have these groups of people gathering together? Welcome to the Art of Group Communication Salon, an exploration into the phenomenon of wonder, which fosters social and emotional intelligence, transformation, connection, love, and purpose. Facilitated by me, Scott Hannon. After the salon, we continue to socialize. During the break, sometimes we have a performer.
Heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied.
And afterwards, sometimes we dance. Group Communication Salon is like a dinner party that explores the phenomenon of wonder in 4 different group contexts. In a classroom setting, the mental process of wondering is fundamental to learning ideas and concepts. In a group counseling setting, we often wonder about our own and others' feelings and emotions. In the art of improvisation and storytelling, we wonder how will things turn out in the end. And in groups with spirituality as a focus, we often find ourselves present to awe and wonder. In short, the Art of Group Communication Salon is a wonderful experience. The plan for the evening is first to have a meditation followed by exploring group communication key number 1, flow, and then introducing ourselves to each other. Then group communication key number 2, trust and vulnerability. Then group communication key number 3, conversational habits. Finally, most of the evening will be spent thinking about, exploring, verbally answering, and discussing 5 to 7 fundamental questions about our lives. We begin the group by doing a calming exercise, and that's different for every person. For some people may want to meditate, or to breathe, or to move or adjust themselves, to stretch, to do a little yoga, or to just be. We're setting the stage for making a group conversational splash. Welcome to Rumi's Field. 13th century Persian poet Rumi wrote, "Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in this grass, the world is too full to talk about." Many different transformations may arise from this field. The Art of Group Communication, key number 1, flow. Having a broad perspective helps with flow. Noticing the underlying gears of the conversation helps with flow. We consider the path of group conversation. Does it flow from pink, the leaves, to red, the trunk? An even closer metaphor for the pattern of group conversation is the spiraling fractal. Try to contribute to the group flow by sharing what you want to share while also being aware of what wants to be shared next in our group story. Silence in a group is not empty space to fear. It can be viewed as a reflective space that adds to group flow. Like the flow of an improvising jazz ensemble, we each have different conversational instruments. Let's make conversational music. Please share popcorn style. When you're hot enough, you pop. At this point in the group, we have a brief introduction. What's your name? What wish or desire do you have for the evening? And share whatever will have you feel introduced to the group. Then we reach Art of Group Communication, key number 2, trust and vulnerability adds to flow. We set a circle of trust through confidentiality. After the group, please don't reveal the specific details of anyone's experience unless you get permission from them. Let's notice our internal right-wrong judgments, both towards others and ourselves. Not like it's wrong to have a right-wrong judgment, just notice it. Please trust that it would not be wrong to share nothing. Let's share what we want to share tonight. Top TED presenter Brené Brown invites us to trust that we can let go of perfectionism and step into the courage to be vulnerable. And bring awareness to when our role mask goes on and off. That said, it's not right or wrong to have a mask. Just notice the mask. There's a paradox of trust in groups. We often trust groups when they become trustworthy, but the group becomes trustworthy as the individuals in the group extend their trust. Extending trust adds to social intimacy. Saving face and shame. For survival, many of our ancestors needed to be in the in-group. To a large degree, in groups, we still unnecessarily act out ancestral fears, and so fixate on avoiding loss of face, shame, and humiliation. Next is the art of group communication key number 3, speaking and listening habits. Many of our group habits are carried forward from millions of years of our ancestors' group habits. Our first group was probably our family. Habits learned there often deeply influence our current group communication habits. And let's bring awareness to our differing communication styles. Please listen fully and deeply to the holder of the metaphorical talking stick. That said, please be responsible with time when you have the talking stick. We can say more with less. Say more with less by gradually moving towards the core of what you want to say. Less than a minute is usually sufficient time. I will reluctantly play the role of timekeeper. In storytelling groups, timekeepers make a musical sound when the time allotted has elapsed. I may slowly circle my hands like this image when I sense that the group is ready to pass the talking stick. Please take this with humility and humor. Weaving it all together. By relaxing into our vulnerability and conversational flow, we can each succinctly speak the core of our shares in such a way that we weave a group story together and relate deeply as a community. Then we start our group conversation. What better way to start a conversation than with home? What is home to you? Try to weave together both your geographic and emotional sense of home. Where did you begin to be? Where, who, and or what do you associate with being seen, known, safe, and loved? Where in the world would you most like to travel? And what pulls your heartstrings and interest about that place? Earth without art is Many people feel that art deeply enriches their lives. What is the art theme of your life? What patterns do you notice in your favorite films, plays, books, songs, poems, and or paintings? What is your thing or passion? In what ways do your career, projects, hobbies, etc. point to a core capacity or talent? What is your superpower? How are you thriving in your life? What is working well in your life? What is your best front page news? What is next for you? What new thing, quality of being, change, or fortune do you want to bring into your life next? The last question is often the group's favorite question and has to do with getting closer. Please share a moment when you energetically felt someone tonight and the impact it had on you. Or, put differently, what do you wish to share, acknowledge, thank, or say to a specific person in the group? And finally, thank you. It has been a deep privilege to journey with you through the group communication salon.